So I always had it. You could describe it as a dark cloud over me of, you know, feeling intense hate on my life, and I didn't do anything wrong. I just, I guess you would call it generational curses, and then they say that this is in your DNA, and it's probably true. I mean, there's so much hell on Earth. It's just way too much hell. And victims are not at fault in any way. They never deserved to feel that bad about themselves to want to die. I mean, that's pretty fucking bad. And then, look where I came from. Did where I come from, did those people have to face any of the circumstances that they put me through? And I wouldn't even call them people. I call them evil entities. Why? There's nothing wrong with me. It don't make me want to die. Ever since I can remember, what the hell? So I always had this dark cloud over me, to naturally just want to curl up and want to die and not feel right, and just well, when I feel right, then I can do something. And that's the falseness about drugs, which everyone who's ever done, there's nothing wrong with drugs unless you abuse them, and you want to take a drug to help you out. So yeah, you can, as long as you're able to function, and as long as you're not addicted, as long as you're not, a pothead, every fucking day, you need your fucking pot or you can't get out of bed, that's pretty fucking bad. So, you don't go overboard with the fucking God's herb, or drinking is easy when you're abused, and it's the cheapest form of fucking cheapest drug. So people who are severely abused naturally will just want to feel better, but it's a false high, and it doesn't get you anywhere. When you feel good, you don't want to clean, you don't want to do, you're not in, every once in a while it's nice to be super high from a chemical like God's herb, or vodka, but I'm talking about as little as every 2 weeks. That's not a problem at all. If you're, and who can do that? Who can be that disciplined? Shall I say her name? I think I will. Jenny McKean. Just totally blew me away in art school. She could keep an eighth of pot of God's herb for an entire year. That is called discipline, and that is I'm impressed. I never knew anyone. Whoa, man. Whoa. Once every 2 weeks, she gets high. It's how wow. That's amazing to me. And, so that impressed me. One thing. A couple things impressed me in my life. Not much. Not much at all. Especially, things do not impress me because, people got them for free anyway. So who cares? Oh, gee. Are you thankful? No, because it was just going to be thrown out anyway. Like, people don't realize that. Like, people don't want things and they're thrown out, and like, oh, are you grateful? Why should I be grateful when it was just going to be thrown out? Don't make bigger of what the situation really is. Like, somebody really went out of their way to do something for you, and that's totally false. Like, oh wow, here, I got some free candy bars. Here, breakfast people, right before Christmas. Here's a bunch of free cookies and free candy bars that were going to be thrown out from stores, and I have access to them. Here you go. Why would I feel grateful for that? Oh, I'm so grateful. For what? People aren't real. Like, if you truly love somebody, and people who should be helped in this world are the ones who are in desperate need, who are the victims of domestic violence. And, I said it a million times, the way they should have taken care of domestic violence. I'll just bring up Mrs. Bobbitt again. Lorraine Bobbitt should have been taken out of that very abusive death relationship pronto, right away. I don't know when she had her kids. I don't know how many she had, but let's just say she got pregnant right away and had to take care of 2 kids right away. So her mom babysat while she worked in the hair salon. And I should know the story better, but okay. Well, if she was taken out of that bad situation, and Mr. Bobbitt should have given her 20 grand. But, of course, insane Nephilim narcissist will never ever give the victim a penny. Then the state gives Lorraine Bobbitt 20 grand. Hey, Mr. Bobbitt, guess what? You gotta pay up our paperwork for doing this for this lovely lady, Lorraine. You gotta pay up. I mean, I should read her story. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in all, what people had to go through with abuse. I can't believe Sinead O'Connor on Dr.Phil this year. I first saw that. I didn't know that, or when, I'm not sure when I saw it, but it was about a year ago. And there's just so much hell on this earth. Oh yeah, Dr. Phil did fuck up with Taylor, and I think it was in July of last year, 2020. Taylor, a girl in her 30s, okay. She's living with her parents, and the dad molested her, so she felt horrible growing up, but she had all these smiling pictures of her looking beautiful, because that's what she was told to do, smile in front of the camera. But she was devastated around this very dark energy. Alright, now I guess the parents got divorced, but her mom, I didn't follow it, because I'm like, oh my god, I was mad at Dr. Phil when I saw this shit that day. Yeah. Well, where do you think you're gonna be at? You're still a young, beautiful lady. I mean, she's all fucking stressed out. I mean, and she's crying because her mom is torturing her. Oh, that's all in your head. You're crazy. That never happened. At least Dr. Phil said, yeah, I believe you. Yeah, your emotions, but you should have been more realer and be like, you know what, babe, we're going to send you on vacation to Jamaica, and we'll take you back on the show and see how great you're doing without your fucking abusers around you, without your mom being your taking care of your finances. Like, no, you don't need that anymore. No. No, you were severely abused by your parents, I can tell. Alright, hey, here's the answer. Hey, I have enough money in my bank account. Forget the show. The show has to do things according to what the show has to do. Hey man, I'm just gonna take care of you myself, and I'll take you wherever you want to go, Bahamas, Jamaica. You can vacation for a whole month, or maybe there's some free room in a rehab, and of course you're not a rehab person, so you don't even have to go. We'll just exclude you from all the, we're just going to give you a place somewhere where you're away from these people that kill your mind and make you want to die by saying nothing bad ever happened to you. It's all in your head, you're crazy. Hey. And we'll bring you back on the show and see how wonderful you're doing in 1 month. Because, yeah, you're not going to be around abuse. We're asking how much you cried out. How much you were able to get through not being around your abuser. See, that's the whole thing. A victim can't do anything if they're around their abuser. I mean, absolutely nothing. They're on autopilot. They're on, like, freeze, or in the freeze mode. They are in flight or freeze or flight mode. They are in survival mode, so they're not living. Taylor wasn't living, and Dr. Phil really disappointed me that day. I mean, come on, what's the matter with you? You agreed that she was, it's obviously she's crying, she's miserable, she obviously was sexually molested, okay. And you're making her live with him? Joyce Meyer wasn't too realistic about forgiving her dad. I mean, her dad even said, I don't deserve this, that's right. And you aren't, there's like less than 1% that might be, gods, Jesus is, like, and I don't know, that's just the way it is. I mean, there are Bible verses that says, God chose you out of the world to be despised. The despised of the world are chosen, not the noble, not the rich, not the popular. So, what's really sad is all these chosen ones, they're popular. Wow. So, the Bible verse, which is 1 Corinthians 1:26, that means they're not chosen. I mean, that verse alone, that means they're not chosen because they are not despised. I mean, that's just the way it is. Like, Joyce Meyer can't be, she's living high on the hog, and, oh wow, it's nice to be rich, but the majority of the world is not, and it's not their fault, and that's why Earth is hell, because half of the people on the Earth, 3.5 billion, right now, are really suffering, are tortured. Wrong. That's wrong. Like Taylor from Dr. Phil from July, I think it was July 2020 show. She's tortured. She goes on a talk show. Like, why aren't you even gonna why don't you just open up your shed? That's better. I mean, that's better. She can start her healing living in your garage, Dr. Phil, because it's much better than living where she's living. I mean, that's just totally honest. So you shouldn't have to be tortured like Taylor. And I was, but I was never, I don't even have a voice, illegally labeled, or mislabeled, mislabeled by, really mean people asking me one question. labels me super crazy? What the hell? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Totally taken advantage of, totally lied about. And, like, I don't want bad to happen to people. I don't want the people at all to be tortured, like, in the end times or whatever. Yeah, I mean, God would be doing everyone a favor if he just blew up the earth. God will destroy this earth in fire. 1 day is 1,000 years, 1,000 years is 1 day. Do not think God's slow. He's waiting for his last chosen one who's despised to repent. Then he comes back as a thief in the night and destroys the earth in fire. 2 Peter chapter 3. Man, every single last homeless person, they ain't despised. You know, I mean, they're popular. They're super popular. It's fucked up. To, like, you know, I was starting to question, like, God, would any of them be a good Samaritan? Would Joyce Meyer be the good Samaritan? I have somebody who's like, oh no, I am Joyce Meyer. I have to go to. I have to be there for my people in my meeting. Or, you know, the chosen ones would think the same way. Oh no, I can't be bothered by a poverty-stricken person that's in great need. No. Just let them go. Someone else will help. Someone else will do it. And that's the way the world is. That's why my God is not friends with the world. If you're friends with the world, you're enemies of God. And that is leaving the guy who was robbed, left to die on the side of the road in the desert, going to Samaria. There you go. And, you know, leaving all the victims, letting all the victims, like, you know, like Taylor, stay with her abuser. So, like, Dr. Phil, oh, he's of the world. Oh, he was popular. Oh. So, yeah. Victims never get any help. Look at Taylor. She even tried to get help on national TV. Nobody cares about her. Nobody sees that, oh, well, just, God, Dr. Phil, can't you just let her live in your garage? What's the matter with you? I mean, seriously, she just would be in a better emotional state if there's just, like, a fucking cot, a porta potty, a sink inside the garage. I mean, really bad living, but you know what? So much better than living where she's at. By herself in Dr. Phil's garage.